Want to support the channel? Don't want to spend any money? Hey, follow me on my socials or just even click subscribe. It really helps me out. Seriously.
Dragon Ball, horror, kaiju, and more. Steven's Toy Reviews.
Hey there, collectors. It's going to be Steven here, and I am back with a Dragon Ball FighterZ. You know, despite the fact that I probably put 5 hours into the game, I still don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, Super Saiyan Son Goku Clone Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour Exclusive Edition. So, it's going to be the Clone Goku from Dragon Ball FighterZ. Yes, it's going to be the second figure that we got from the game, and quite frankly, this is one that was rather mixed. So essentially, this is going to be a repaint of the Super Saiyan Blue Goku renewal, but he's gonna have the normal belt, not the one with the danglies. Yeah. And folks were like, nah, there's no reason for me to get that. It's stupid. Y'all crazy. I ain't gonna cop that. But now that folks are rethinking things, they're like, he looks pretty good. I'm trying to get that. And, now it's going for like $100. And they're clowns because they could have just bought it at MSRP for like $35, $50 with shipping, and now they're paying. Anyway, the point of this review is to help you, if you are now regretting not getting it, to help sway you if you probably should spend that money. So let's take a look to see whether or not the Clone Goku is going to be worth adding to your collection, and you might be surprised. Do we really need to go over sculpt and paint? Yes. Why? Because there's someone somewhere who doesn't know what the sculpt looks like for this figure. So you're going to have to sit through that, please. Okay. Now, the paint, that is going to be really where this figure shines. I do think that the skin tone for this figure is maybe just a little bit over the top, having literally just watched several clips on YouTube in preparation for this. I already played through the story mode, okay? It was pretty all right. I still want to play with more people online for this game, so I don't know. Drop your PSN in the comments down below. Maybe I can finally play with someone. I can have a friend once in my life. Anyway, skin tone, little too gray, little too decaying, but I do think that overall it does represent the idea of the Clone Goku rather well. Where I was initially very hesitant on this figure was going to be the paint for the hair. I thought pictures online made it look very goopy. It was not thinned out properly, but in hand, I think for this head sculpt, including the Goku Black figures, this is the best application that we have had, and I really am digging this. I think I may have to do some modifications in order for the other Super Saiyan, not blue or rosé, faceplates to fit in here, but I think that this may actually be pretty nice for some of the old panel Super Saiyan appearances for Goku. May be interesting. Now, taking a look throughout the rest of the figure, the reds are really nice. I have to say, sort of a crimson coloration and even a bright red around the belt, so that's very good. And the black is not really going to be black for his clothing. It's actually going to be somewhat of a smoky gray, a charcoal gray, actually, if you will. Overall, I think the figure looks fantastic, and if you're a fan of this design, well then, congratulations. This figure did come out pretty good. That was me tapping the figure. Let's do that again. Yeah, sounds good, doesn't it? Do we need to really go over this in depth? This is going to be someone's first, so let's do it. All right, head is going to be on a swivel hinge sort of ball joint combo, so there's going to be a peg that plugs into the neck. There's going to be a hinge that allows forward and back, or if you pop the head off and you rotate it, a hinge direction side to side, and then the head plugs in on a ball joint. So we can get Goku to look in a whole bunch of different directions, which is really cool. Very nice, and then the head pops off. Yeah, so there you can see. All right, put the faceplate back on. That's something that usually happens with this head sculpt because this is going to be used from Goku Black and all the different repaints, Super Saiyan Blue, and so forth. Now, the neck, as you see, it does have a ball joint there where it plugs into the body, so this way we can get Goku to, do a Michael Myers thing there. Cool. All right, so we do have butterfly hinges here. Moves forward like that. Pretty neat. Shoulder pads, they are going to be on the usual ball joints, so they move around. And then we do have ball joints where the arms plug into the bodies on the shoulders. Pretty cool. And then we do have hinges, which allow you to raise and lower the arms like that. If you want to circumvent limits, you can just turn the arms around like that. As you can clearly see, we have a dedicated bicep swivel for each arm. Rather tight, but it is fine. Not tight like you're going to break it. We are going to have double hinge elbows. The hinge closer to the bicep is a little tight for mine, but it is what it is. Wrists, standard Figuarts style. peg into the forearm, hinge, and ball joint where the hand plugs in on. So you can hinge movement like that, turn it around, adjust it, hinge movement like that. We are going to have an ab crunch. Twist and turn Goku, get him to look up that far, down that far. We do have a waist joint, but on this one, it is in particular incredibly tight, so I can't get too much movement out of it. But when you incorporate those joints, Goku's going to be looking up about that far, and he's going to be looking down about that far until the faceplates pop off. For the hips, they're going to be the usual renewal style. On this one in particular, very tight, so he's going to be kicking about that far forward and back. And then when doing the splits, this leg here likes to pop off on me a bit whenever I do this, but we are looking safely, on mine anyway, about that far for the splits, which, I mean, Goku's not doing that, but c'est la vie. We do get dedicated thigh swivels, double hinge knees, ball jointed ankles, barbell or double axis, depending on what you prefer. Good range of movement, and then toe hinge. Yeah, you know how he moves just fine. Good body style, good renewal. Much wow. All right, next review. Accessories are the same, but do I gotta get the tray? Yep. 3 extra faceplates. We're gonna get 3 extra sets of hands in the instant transmission hand. So here's what the faceplates look like. We do have the gritting teeth faceplate. Looks good. Goku's nice and angry. We have the screaming faceplate. Cool, nice. And then I was surprised that they included this. We get the smirking faceplate. From what I remember from playing the game, yeah, we never really got this out of the clone, but cool. They included it. So I'm never going to complain for extra goodies. Yeah. So for the extra hand parts, obviously we're going to have the splayed out hand. So this way he can fire a ki blast. We're going to get the instant transmission hand. We're going to get the Kamehameha hands and then the karate hands, which, hey, those are staple. So I know that was rather short, sweet, and to the point, but there's nothing new here for the accessories that you already don't know about, except for taking a look at the quality control. So for the price, considering this is going to be the same one at MSRP that you can find on the shelf at Target or even now Walmart, apparently, good on you, Bluefin. I mean, you guys were talking about that being a possibility years ago, but it not actually happening until now. Awesome. What else were we going to get? Nothing. So if you need extra effect parts, you need stands, you know I got videos to help you out. And here's going to be a size comparison, so this way you can see how big this one is. Spoiler alert, it's going to be the same size as your other Gokus. So buy now, skip, or wait for a deal. Like I said at the top, sort of mockingly, okay, if I upset you, I'm sorry, but come on, we got to take the piss out of some things in life, right? Right. This is just going to be a repaint of the Goku you probably already have on the shelf. And if you aren't a fan of the game and you, I don't know, you don't see a reason to get this, you probably didn't order it. But if you have second thoughts now, it's not all that impressive of a figure. It's not worth the aftermarket price. It's intended to be a $35 figure, which folks had to pay about $50 with shipping. So keep that into perspective. You pick one of the Gokus up off the shelf at Target, it's going to be the exact same quality. Now, what I didn't make mention is that this Goku actually had a mysterious white substance on the right side of his ribs. Don't know what it was, but it was easy to take care of. Overall, though, I think this is a really neat piece, and if you're a fan of the character or the game, this one is definitely worth considering.
Well, collectors, that brings us to the end of the video today, and I just wanted to take a second to thank you so much for watching. Now, you've heard a lot from me. I'd like to hear a little bit from you. Drop in the comments down below whether or not you liked it, you hated it, or maybe you were somewhere in between. I also want to take an extra second here for a nice, humongous thank you to all the patrons for SDR over the last month who have really helped the channel grow into what it can be today. So to all of you, 2 big thumbs up. Thank you very much. And now the end card should be popping up, which will give you a few clickable links, like maybe to subscribe or head on over to my Patreon, or some short URLs like to my social media or to my Teespring store. There's also a video I hand selected for you, so if you want to watch another STR video, I hand selected some good content for you to watch, so definitely check out that video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll catch ya in the next video.